Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Carolina Panthers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now a three-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise...
Stephon Diggs! And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1. Mixon will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Panthers 0.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready, break.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Young off the bootleg. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And Young's throw there incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Intercepted by the Texans. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19. Ready.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Henry Anderson collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Texans. Stephon Diggs. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Got it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
2nd and 7 from the 20. Young. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Texans very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Will Anderson in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. Fielded at the 43. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10.
Got it. Ready?
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Mixing up the middle. 20. 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Cowboy 80. Ready, right?
On 1st down, here's Stroud. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Warriors 70.
Stroud on 3rd down now. This one left side caught by Collins. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
38.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hand.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
70 Lions. Ready.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Come on, set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were in a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, well, you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Young. That's pulled in by Brooks. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
At the 23-yard line.
Ready.
From the 23, here's 2nd and a couple.
Fly through. Ready.
They'll throw again. Young. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Shot. 17. Ready.
Young on 3rd and 2. He finds his man complete. It's Brooks. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Second and goal at the Texans 16-yard line.
Now here's Young. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Young with it, 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Ready?
Here is Young. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this Texans defense stands tall. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
65, Cat. 65.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Again on 2nd down, it's Stroud. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Meanwhile, Stroud's throw taken in by Diggs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 110 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Stroud looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. 1st and 10, it's Stroud. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Throwing, Young. Escaping the pressure right. He's got Mingo. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw, Young. Open man is Mingo, complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looking to throw, Young. He completes this one to Mingo. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derek Stingley picks it. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Texans 37, Panthers nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready up.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. That throw by Young incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led him too far, incomplete.
It's Young off play action. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down, and now they're in the hurry-up.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ready?
On first down, it's Brooks. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not, and right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Young now. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Ready?
Young will set to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. A handoff to Mixon. He'll take this to the 46.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is 2nd and 8. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back.
Come on, come on. Hey. Ready, ready.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Stroud. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Texans add 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Mecole Hardman. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Carolina. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. Oh, they're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Young to throw it. Open man downfield is Sanders. He's got him. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Young looks to throw on 1st down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. Still going. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Those INTs all sting when you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So
and my goodness, another interception. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Texans 51, Panthers 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Down.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Christian Harris. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Go.
Running left, it's Mixon. Down to about the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And Stroud now to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Young on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To the air once more, Young. Left side here to Sanders. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Young working out of the gun. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Young from the shotgun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Ready?
And on
break.
3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Blaster, 6.
Here's Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is for this off. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2.
Steel, black.
The Young's going to throw for this. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Low 80. Mustang 19. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Cowboy 80.
Stroud on 3rd down now. And this is going to be intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers come up.